The big news today morning is the video that former Miss Uganda Stella Nantumbwe Elias Ella released in defense of the recent accusations that came out yesterday, that she had fled her husband's house with property and that she worked with her mom do that. This information was released by uh, Kano Edith Nakarema, who is in charge of investment under State House. I wonder how this got to her office and why she's the one who had to release this information. But I guess, I mean, the way things are structured in Uganda, whoever you can use to help you, you use that. So we won't blame her for doing what she did, and we also can't blame the husband of Nantumbwe is Saidi Bukenya. We can't blame them for seeking the help of Kano Edith Nakarema to add a voice to their to whatever accusations they are making. So today morning a video comes out, and in it there is a voice which is like that of Nantumbwe, where she is showing around the house they were living in, telling us that she's leaving the house and this is what I'm living in the house. Now, of course, we saw the video, but that doesn't kill the accusations that are being levied against her, because she could have recorded the video and still came back and taken the property. So still, it's just that it brings a new twist to the whole story, but it doesn't really take away the accusation, unless of course maybe they have sent investigators to go and investigate everything and then give us a conclusive information. Because what we need to know is that this is a marriage that lasted for a very short time. I mean, they got married last year in August. So news of their breakup started a few weeks ago, and of course by the time the public gets to know about things, it means they have happened for a while. It means things even didn't last up to the end of last year. Not that it's quite shocking, because we've seen a lot of these celebrity marriages. The moment weddings happen, I don't know what happens to them. Divorces come up as soon as you can imagine. We've seen couples who have lived together for so many years, celebrity couples. The moment they get married like this formally, then divorce happens. And of course, we know, for instance, like in developed countries, that usually happens because there are benefits to divorce, especially if you didn't sign a prenup. In Uganda, the process is quite different, because I mean, we have the laws, but people with means here always get away with some of these things. But some women are so clever, they wait it out, and the moment you get you marry them, then they file for divorce, and then they will start asking for whatever share they have in what you own, especially if you didn't sign a prenup and you have nothing to protect your assets. But right now, of course, the information is going to be hard to. It's going to take a while before we get the actual truth of what happened, because both sides are angry. The guy is angry, the the wife is angry, so they are now just doing whatever they can to protect their name. But with time, maybe through interviews or through friends, people are going to eventually they deliver the actual truth, and we know what happened. But of course, from there are many things that we can look at to know why the relationship couldn't last for long. First of all, these are two different people in different worlds. I was doing some research about Saidi Bukenya. Bukenya is a real complete guy. He has a master's in financial analysis, and he works with some energy company based in Sri Lanka, as per what's on the website, called Sintara. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but it's spelled as Syntara. It's an energy company. You can go and check it out. Very big company as per what its website shows. And so I'm assuming the guy is not even based in Uganda, or if he's based in Uganda and working with such a multinational, he's always busy. Then we also have Ella, who is in the acting world. uh, always around a fast life. We know what's in the entertainment industry, partying all the time. You are on acting projects. Maybe you're in an acting camp. You're there for like a month because she's involved in a lot of uh, movie and TV projects. She's doing series. She's always busy. So now, based on Bukenya's career trajectory, he could be this guy who is from one of those middle class, well-grounded traditional families that have their money, they believe in legacy, and maybe when he got married to Nantumbwe, they were like, why can't she maybe change her lifestyle? And maybe Nantumbwe wasn't willing to do that, because we've seen it here in Uganda many times. Families want to change children after marriage. Maybe it's the wife's side that wants the man to change, or the man's side that wants the wife to change. And sometimes the kids are not willing to change, because I mean, if Nantumbe has been in the entertainment world for a long while, and she sees her life has been going on well, she's making good money, she may not find a reason to, maybe if the family was suggesting that she goes and maybe they start for her a business, because the fact is Nantumbe is a very presentable woman. She's admirable. She went to good schools, international schools for a fact, and I think she also even went to university in the UK. If my memory serves me right from the interviews I've watched about her. So they believe maybe at some point she could change and leave the entertainment world. And of course, if you're this guy who's possessive, you can never be comfortable with your wife hanging out with these celebrities, and you know the kind of guys in the acting world, very handsome dudes. You can't be sure that your wife won't fall victim of those predators in that world. So that could be one of the reasons that happened. Then the other thing is, the guy looks younger than Nantumbwe. And Nantumbwe, from what we've read in gossip blogs and whatever, she's been in a series of relationships. At one point, she was even attached to Prophet Mbonye. Those are guys that are older than her, have a lot of money. So if it's true that some of those guys that we've read about actually dated her, the kind of lifestyle that they have exposed to her could be larger than what this guy could offer. Yes, the guy could be having a good job working in finance, but people in the corporate world don't spend as much as people in the first life, like in the business world, or celebrities who are just always running into quick cash. If you're in the corporate world, you're waiting for salary. Even if you're being paid like 50 million, the fact that you have to wait it out for all that time, you're planning, you're thinking big term. But celebrities are always landing into very many deals. We've seen recently, we saw Camion carrying a sack of money. I don't think he even knew how much money was there. He had to first go to the bank and maybe they count it. Then, so there's always this money that is around. That's why even when you go to bars, you rarely find guys in corporate buying tables. So is these guys in doing deals in town, and musicians and maybe artists, so guys whose work you don't even understand, or maybe guys that are like attached to intelligence services. They're the ones always buying tables, spending money like crazy, because the way they make money and the way they look at life is different from someone who has been in the career world, trying to transform year per year. The spending life is different. So if Ella had been with guys that splurge like a problem, he finds this finance, because from the video that we saw, they were living in a humble place. It's not actually, most people are shocked. It's not a house that you'd expect people of their stature to live in. So that means the guy might have had money, but he just wanted a normal life. So they're living in a very simple house, judging from the furniture that is there, from like, it was really a basic life. Most people would handle it. Yeah. So, and maybe Ella was used to something different, and she reached there and she was like, nah. And of course, we also know sometimes friends can also influence you. She's surrounded by bougie girls. Maybe she goes to homes to visit them, and she feels like, my life is slowing down. I better get out of this as fast as I can. So yeah, those are some of the things that could have resulted into what we are seeing today. So we just have to keep ears on the ground and wait it out and see how much more information they are going to leak to us, and we break it down. But thing is, marriage these days is tough. It's a tall order. People don't want to be encumbered as much as they want to be married. Some do it for the status, some for the wedding, but the real responsibilities that come with it, most people don't want. Some people will tell you they want to get married, but they won't have kids, and they don't open up to their partner. Then time reaches that someone is secretly doing birth control without the husband knowing, or the husband does a vasectomy without telling the wife. Sometimes we've seen families force their kids to marry for the so-called legacy. I'll be talking about some of these things in the future, but for now, let's stop it here. Please always remember to comment, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for the support you continue to show me.